What is up, Pokefans? Welcome back to a brand new video. My name is Matt, and this is Season 8, where we climb the rank ladder, hitting Master Rank using a team that we built from scratch. Now, I don't have many advertisements today, or not advertisements, but announcements today, but I do have a theory, and that theory I will show you right now. Ladies and gentlemen, across Season 8, I have always had a problem with extreme speed. I didn't really know how to deal with it. So I started looking at my team. Maybe I can come up with some sort of strategy to be able to combat this problem. And then I came across this. Regieleki gets extreme speed. I want that to sink in for just a minute. Regieleki gets extreme speed, which means that I could do the same thing as Dragonite, but way slower and not as attack heavy. If you can see his stats currently, we are currently set to timid. So we've got plus speed minus attack, right? We currently hit 277 speed and a little less than attack, but we end up being at 299. And that's with a speed increase variant. Imagine if we were the opposite. Imagine if we were adamant with extreme speed and choice band. We'd hit 255 in speed, but we would outspeed Dragonite. We can also change him to Terra Normal and have him wreck people in the face with extreme speed choice band the same way that Dragonite does. You see, Regieleki's stat values in both attack and special attack are even. So there's no wasted benefit of having him either with modest or even adamant set with his speed being at 255. So that's my question off to you guys. Do you guys want to see a video where I completely unjustifiably change Regieleki from special attacker to regular attacker, do extreme speed Terra Normal with choice band and see how people deal with him? He's incredibly frail. He's not as good as Dragonite, but I think it would be so funny just to walk in with a Regieleki, go Terra Normal, and then just go to town on people with with extreme speed. That would be hilarious. But I didn't realize that he got it until I looked at my team and see what I could have. And there are several options that I do have, but I don't think any of them is going to really deal with the outspedness of this build. So we will continue looking into it, but there's the option for you guys. Let me know in the comments down below if you guys want to see that. Without further ado, let's get into our matches, shall we? Alrighty, our first match is ready to go. We've got Chien-Pao, Tornadus, Cresselia, Dragonite, Ursaluna, and Fluttermane. Yay! No Urshifu, but we do have everyone else on the party to be able to deal with it. Okay. A combination of Pokemon here. Let's see. How do we deal with this Pokemon setup? So if I were a betting man, and I kind of am, I think that they would go for both cores. The Trick Room core as well as the hyper offensive core with Dragonite. That would be my guess, because there'd be no reason to bring in Tornadus when you see my side of the field, or Fluttermane when you see my side of the field, when you obviously have a Trick Room user, the best Trick Room offensive, and then two people who ignore Trick Room altogether. I'm going to walk in with Tornadus, Regieleki, Fluttermane, and Urshifu, and leave Dragonite in the back, or Garchomp in the back. I keep saying his name. I might as well add him to the team. I can't add Dragonite to the team. He's built. He's done. He would be amazing to have on my team. But I love Garchomp. All right, we got Ursaluna and Cresselia, which is one of the starters that they would obviously start out with. And I have Tornadus and Regieleki. Whew, okay, so I outspeed, but I'm afraid of the threat. So I'm gonna Terra Ice Thunderbolt into Cresselia. I'm doing Bleak Wind so that I can hit both Pokemon, and hopefully this will knock them out. Hopefully. Fingers are crossed. Cresselia is a bulky Pokemon, and it's going to be really, really hard to deal with. Ursaluna will protect. That's good. Saw this coming. Thunderbolt into Cresselia. Doesn't do as much damage as I want, but it's paralyzed, so maybe that'll help us out a little bit. And Bleak Windstorm, which is gonna miss the Ursaluna. Is this gonna miss? It does not. And it does like nothing. Drops the speed. Please get paralyzed. Nope, there's Trick Room. God dang it. Okay. That's what I was trying to avoid the entire time, and it didn't work. We're gonna swap out Tornadus with Fluttermane, and we will protect Fluttermane, or protect Regieleki. Now I'm swapping out for Facade, because Facade's gonna start coming out now. Okay, Lunar Blessings, which is going to remove the Paralyze as well as the additional effect on both Pokemon. And Cross Chops. Going to go into Regieleki. Good call. Burnt again. Cross Chops, Cross Chops, Cross Chops. Shadow Ball into Cresselia. And I'm going to swap into Urshifu. I'm hoping this strategy, which is like hyper switching, is good enough. Ursaluna will now do Earthquake. Won't do anything to Cresselia. We'll attack both my Pokemon at the same time. We'll knock out the Fluttermane. Burned status with the Guts is really, really hard. And they get the Hyper Offensive. Okay. This is going to be a huge L on our part. I will say that for sure. And all because I misplayed. Let's just Trick Room. 2 more turns. I'm not going to be able to survive that long. I mean, I could try, but it's not going to be likely. We'll taunt the Cresselia. Well, actually, it's probably not even worth taunting the Cresselia. Rain Dance, and then we will Ice Blast the Ursaluna. Really shouldn't say Ice Blast. It's a Terra Blast Ice into Ursaluna. But Ursaluna's going to use Facade, which is going to knock out Regieleki. Yeah. This open is so weird. Moonblast into Tornadus. It's a crit. Does a lot of damage. He's burnt, and we'll spend our last turn using Bleak Wind. It's 100%, but they're going to attack first, so game's over. Facade. Boom. Ursaluna is so powerful. So cool. Didn't get to see the rest of the Pokemon completely swept because I planned wrong, and that was my fault. Alrighty, here's our next match. We've got Torkoal, Dashbuns, Lilligant, that thing I don't remember what it's called, Oranguru, and Armarouge. So we can obviously kind of tell that this is either a Sun team or a Trick Room Sun team. So it's something that I've used before, which is really, really good, but it also can backfire on you relatively quickly. Relatively quickly. So how are we going to combat this? I think the last time that we came across this combo, we used Tornadus and I think Urshifu to take out the majority, and then just kind of kept swapping in to things that would definitely make a benefit to it. So I think that's what we'll do here as well. So we'll go in with Tornadus, Urshifu, Garchomp, and Fluttermane. That's who we'll walk in with. We're not walking in with Qian Pao because I do see Armarouge on that side of the table. But I'm also not going to walk in with, you know, Regieleki, who may or may not do a lot to that side of the team. It's interesting to say the least, but we'll see what happens. So Oranguru and Armarouge versus Urshifu and Tornadus. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and taunt the Armarouge. Do I really want to taunt the Armarouge? I could Rain Dance, but then I'm not doing damage to a Pokemon. Yes, Rain Dance, Terra, Surging Strikes into Oranguru. We're Rain Dancing and boosting our water attacks, and then Mystic Water boost in the rain. Terra Water will help Surging Strikes hopefully knock out the Oranguru, who I believe is going to set up Trick Room. They'll Terra. And it's the Armarouge. Grass. Psychic. Okay. Now it could do Telepathy. Oranguru. But I'm not sure what's going to happen there. Okay, Surgeon Strikes will now go off. Oh, this Oranguru is gone. 3 hits. It's knocked out. Now, Armarouge, what are you doing? Are you also doing Trick Room? Armarouge was doing Trick Room. I'm still okay with it because Urshifu is slower. Okay, brings out Torkoal. I'm okay with this. Because Torkoal cannot deal with the fact that I can still do that. And I'm going to go ahead and knock it out. I don't think it survives. Oh. Well, it's going to survive that. Sun's up, but I was hoping Rain Dance would go first. But that's okay. Torkoal uses Lava Plume, Flash Fire, boosts up all of Armarouge's fire attacks. It's not going to do a whole lot, but it will burn Urshifu. That's cool. And Expanding Force on Armarouge is going to go into Urshifu's slot, which is going to knock him out, unfortunately. Single target move, and that's probably what the Oranguru was probably set up for, was to do as much damage as possible. We're going to walk in with Garchomp now. What's the timer? We've got 3 more turns in... Oh, wow. 3 more turns in Trick Room? Okay. Bleak Wind, and we'll go off with Earthquake. Again, we're going to go last because there's no way that we're going to attack before Torkoal. So... they're withdrawing Torkoal to get rid of the sun, or to get rid of the rain. Here comes Dash Buns. Are you gonna... You're not using... Okay. It takes about 2/3. That's not bad. Not great, but not bad. Doesn't affect Tornadus. Will affect the 2 on that side of the field, though. Does a lot of damage. Here comes Bleak Wind. And will not knock out either one. Are you kidding me? It gets pretty close, though. So I'm assuming that Torkoal's going to come out now, so I'm just going to do that and protect. Oh, that misplay from Urshifu. That would have been so much better if I would have planned it differently. That misplay from Urshifu. Urshifu could have been on the field for at least 1 more turn if I had protected and then did Rain Dance. Okay, he did not swip out. So, Expanding Force. That's gonna go on Tornadus. Liz with 9 HP to left the stand, and then Body Press goes into Garchomp. Good call. How many turns? Last turn. Swap out to Fluttermane. And we protected this turn. Expanding Force is gonna hit us a lot. Let's try for the double. It's probably not gonna work, but we'll try for the double. He withdrew Dash Buns. So here comes Torkoal. So Tornadus also comes back. Here comes Fluttermane. Speed was heightened because of photosynthesis. The double protect will fail. Dang it. But that's okay. Oh, well. I mean, that's not bad. That's not bad. Trick Room ends now. That's not bad. I can't totally complain. Fluttermane did live, so that's a good thing. And now I get to walk in with a Dazzling Gleam on Shadow Ball? Dash Buns is in the back, but right now I'm the fastest thing on the field. Yeah, Shadow Ball and Torkoal, and we will Bleak Wind everything else. Armrouge will protect. Okay. Kind of saw that happening. Shadow Ball will now go into the Torkoal, which will knock him out. Bleak Wind, which won't do anything because it goes against the... excuse me. It'll go against the Protect. Dash Buns comes out. Shadow Ball. Armrouge. And Bleak Wind the field. Let's hope. Shadow Ball will now hit Armrouge. He doesn't protect this turn because it doesn't work. He goes down. Bleak Wind, please send us away. Please take us to victory. Bleak Wind hits, and it knocks out Dash Buns. Oh my god. I did misplay at least twice, and we still came up with the W. Let's go. Alrighty, and our next match is here. We've got Pelipper, Enamorus, Thundurus, Urshifu, Amoonguss, and Bascalogian. Bascalogian, that's right. Okay, so Rain Team is what screams out from here. I don't exactly know what Enamorus does, but it might be able to set up Trick Room because it is incredibly slower than the rest. Thundurus obviously is going to be the Therian form, and because it's the Therian form, it is Prankster. So it's kind of like a back and forth thing. But with Pelipper being on the team, Thundurus is actually quite strong. So I think the option is going to walk in with, I mean, we could try. I'm thinking Tornadus, Regieleki, Fluttermane, but I think Tornadus, Fluttermane, Urshifu, and maybe Regieleki? I think that's going to be the combo there. I don't really have to worry about setting up the rain now, but it is going to be really, really hard to deal with Thundurus. I don't have any rock type moves. Garchomp, who is literally ground, could ignore a lot of what they're going to throw out. So it might be a good switch in Pokemon if they open up with Thundurus Pelipper. Thundurus and Enamorus, let's go. Against Tornadus and Fluttermane. Okay. So what do I do here? one or both of these Pokemon have to activate some sort of Trick Room. I would hope so. So I'm going to taunt Thundurus. And I'm going to Thunderbolt into Enamorus. So you don't do things unless you have Mental Herb, which you don't. Thunderwave cannot be used because of taunt, so take that. And ooh, Enamorus survives a high bolted Thunderbolt from Fluttermane, which is really, really good. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and use Tailwind now. Well, do we need? Yeah. Well, I'm faster. Yeah, we'll use Tailwind just to kind of be on the safer side, and we will take care of Enamorus right now. He can't taunt, he can't protect, he can't Tailwind, he can only attack, and I am going to attack into Enamorus. Now, I probably should have swapped out Tornadus, because the only attack that maybe Thundurus might have is maybe that, and Fluttermane avoids the attack, but Tornadus isn't going to, but he survives with 14 HP. Ooh, 95%. Ouch. That's a lot of damage. Out comes Pelipper. With his Drizzle abilities, I'm going to swap Tornadus. He served his purpose at this point. I can't do anything more with him, so I'm going to bring in Regieleki. And I'm going to go ahead and just continue chalking the birds on his side. So his wind is now 100%. I can't do anything to avoid that now. And I'm just going to go ahead and hit the Pelipper for a lot of damage. Here comes the Terra on Thundurus, which is going to be electric. So now he ignores any and all ground stuff that he has. And I thought I brought in Garchomp, but apparently I didn't. But Thunderbolt will go into the Pelipper. Knocks it out, one hit KO. Here comes the Wind Seer. Or I'm sorry, Wind Bolt. And it hurts both Pokemon. It doesn't knock out either one. Oh, cool. But it does paralyze the Fluttermane. And Thundurus can now do Thunder Wave and stuff. As he shook it all off. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and do Electro Web. Well, Regieleki, no, well, he already Terra'd. He can't Terra again with Urshifu, and I currently outspeed. I do not know if I'm in range for Aqua yet, but I could swap into mine if I need to. But I'm going to swap into Tornadus, because right now Tornadus is kind of, I don't want to say he's dead weight, but kind of dead weight. And if I had to make a choice of which one I would have to lose, I would lose Tornadus over Fluttermane. Down goes Urshifu. Tornadus, or Thundurus does Wind Bolt, which will knock out Tornadus, so it doesn't do anything to the Regieleki. I mean, it knocks him down low. Don't get me wrong. It does knock him down low. But my hope is that the rain will stay up, and I can activate Surging Strikes. And I have Tailwind still. Okay, I do. I'm going to Protect on Regieleki. Terra Water, Surging Strikes on Thundurus. Now, the only way that he can not make it so I outspeed him right here is to literally do Thunder Wave on the Urshifu and hope that it procs. But he loses out on the turn, but I'm kind of set up to where only Urshifu is going to attack, and I survive with one additional Pokemon. But I do have Fluttermane in the back. Surging Strikes goes off. He did not go with the Protect. Here we go. 1 in the rain. Terra Water. 2, and he's gone. 3. Just barely. I don't know why I didn't walk in here with Garchomp. I feel really, really bad for not doing that. But I won, so I guess that helps out quite a bit. Alrighty, our next match is ready to go. We've got Golden Go, Volcarona, Iron Hands, Iron Bundle, Incarnate, Therian, and Cresselia. Am I saying that right? Is that incarnate form or is that not incarnate form? I'll double check that because I think I'm saying it wrong. And for some reason, none of the Pokemon are showing up as they should be. Okay, so in this form... Oh, okay, so incarnate forms is regular, Therian form is the opposite. Okay, I thought I was saying that wrong. Okay, so we've got to make some major decisions here. I think we're going to go in with Tornadus and Garchomp because there's a couple Pokemon that are weak against what we have on our side of the field, and we can get set up pretty nicely as well. After which we will go in with Chien-Pao, and I'm thinking Urshifu will actually, they do have Cresselia. The only one that hurts Cresselia right now is going to be Fluttermane on my side of the field. Don't get me wrong, Urshifu does a lot of damage, but I think we'll go on Fluttermane and click done. We've only got 2 seconds left, so we need to finish. We needed to finish. I don't know if this is the right one, but we'll give it a try. We'll give it a try. Let's hope, guys. Let's hope. Volcarona and Landorus versus Garchomp and Tornadus. Intimidate goes off. It's a good one. Good one. Okay, so we could taunt. I think that's the better play, is to taunt. But who would we taunt? Landorus doesn't really have anything that's taunt worthy, so I think the taunt would have to be on Volcarona. I mean, Quiver Dance is still a thing. Yeah, I think we'll do that. We'll taunt the Volcarona. And then we will Terra Steel? No. Volcarona's on that side of the field, so it's not a good idea. We'll Earthquake. It's not going to really affect anyone but the Volcarona, but it's better than nothing. They will Terra. Please let it be Landorus. And it's Volcarona. Okay. Turning him to water. Why did you do that? He was perfectly fine as he was. He's not weak to anything. Oh, well, I mean, he could be weak against flying, so that's interesting. Garchomp uses Earthquake, doesn't hurt anyone else but Volcarona. And Volcarona's going to take a third. Volcarona cannot use Will-O-Wisp because of Taunt, and then, oh! Landorus will also use Taunt. That's cool. I'm down with that. Absolutely down with that. I'm going to swatch out my Pokemon, though. I don't have Urshifu. That would have been great. That would have been great here. But unfortunately, I cannot. I think we'll bring out Chien-Pao then. And we will go ahead and... we can Dragon Claw. Yeah, we'll Dragon Claw. I don't need to do a lot of damage to my own Pokemon. We'll bring out Chien-Pao, who can live a hit or two. Lowering down the defenses, and here comes Dragon Claw onto the Volcarona, which is going to take it down 60%. So it drops it down to its last 10. Citrus Berry will activate and bring it back up to half. It's still taunted, so it can't do anything. Overheat now comes in, and it will hit the Chien-Pao, which will drop it down to 1. Thank you for the sash. And what does Rock Slide? And Garchomp will avoid it, but Chien-Pao will go down. Which is unfortunate, but that's how the game goes sometimes. So with that, I'll go ahead and bring out Fluttermane. And I will Dazzling Gleam, Terra Fairy, Dazzle Gleam, and I will Dragon Claw the Landorus. Now with our hyper offensive Pokemon out, we can at least do a little bit more damage. And right now, Terra Steel's not going to help. Terra Ghost isn't going to help. So I think the best option is to go Terra Fairy and hope that we can come up with some KOs here. So Flutter Mane will now do the Dazzling Gleam, which will hit both Pokemon. And we'll knock out the Volcarona, but gets Landorus down to 70%. Here comes the Dragon Claw from Garchomp. Let's hope that it's enough. And it's just barely holding on. And Garchomp is hit with the Rocky Helmet, but it loses also some of HP because of that Stamping Destruction. Stomping Tantrum hits Flutter Mane for a lot of damage, but it's still on the field. Iron Bundle now hits the field, and Quark Drive is now activated. So now it gets a speed boost. So now it's the second fastest thing on, or the first fastest thing on the field, which is definitely going to knock out Flutter Mane. But I don't want to swap out to, I don't want to swap out either. I think that would be a terrible choice, but I'm going to. So we're going to switch back into Tornadus, and I'm going to protect with Garchomp. Because I need to keep Flutter Mane alive, and even though it puts me in a terrible spot with Iron Bundle, if I can get Tailwind off, I'll be fine. Because then I outspeed everything on that side of the field. Icy Wind does nothing to the Garchomp, won't do anything to the Tornadus. It does ice damage, but it's not enough to KO. Rock Slide may knock it out though. Dodge, nope, never mind. Dang it. It's like, come on, dodge it, please. Nope. I can't swap out to that guy. No. All right. Well, this is about as good as we can get it. It's 3 versus 2 and one Pokemon's weak. So Dazzle Gleam, and we'll hit the Earthquake. Here comes the Ice Wind, which is times 4 against Garchomp. Flutter Mane avoids it though. Garchomp also avoids it. Let's go. That's how we want it to come out. But I did Earthquake, which is going to knock out my own Pokemon. I hate this. Please let it fail because both of them are knocked out. Don't let it go off because my Pokemon's right next to me. Oh, you game, you suck. I clicked Earthquake because I knew Flutter Mane was gonna fall. I didn't know we would both dodge it. That's so stupid. Garchomp does Garchomp things against someone that cannot fly. Here comes Golden Go, which may or may not get the KO from here. Let's see. Earthquake from Garchomp. It's not enough to KO. Here comes Make It Rain. And it's gonna be enough to get the KO. No! Why did I do that? I knew he was gonna get knocked out. I didn't know that we would miss. Alrighty, and our last matchup today is here and ready to go. We've got Flutter Mane, Urshifu, Indeedee, Landorus, Tornadus, and Shiyu. Oh no. Which, guys, if you guys don't follow me on Twitter, I do post some cool things about Pokemon on there quite a bit. And I also do a lot of talking on Twitter as well. So there's the 2 incarnate forms right now. We've seen it before. That Landorus is most likely Sheer Force and has Life Orb, which negates the ability of receiving the chip damage. So you get the ability to get 30% extra on your attacks, and then you negate the secondary effects because that's how that works. Even though Sheer Force only negates the secondary effects on attacks, and Life Orb, it's negated out like half the time. That's so annoying. Okay, we're gonna go Tornadus, Chien Pao, Urshifu, and Flutter Mane. That's who we'll bring. Hopefully, we'll be able to win this. I think we're 2-2 so far. We might be, yeah, we're 2-2 so far. Be the tiebreaker. Send me to 3-2, but don't let me lose. We have Fluttermane and Chi-Yu versus Tornadus and Qianpao. Okay, so Beads of Ruin Ruins lowers down all of our special defenses, and we've got Sword of Ruin, which lower down everyone's defenses. And our Protosynthesis Pokemon over there, Monsieur Fluttermane, with its booster energy, gets a speed boost. So right now it's the fastest thing on the field. We're gonna go ahead and we should Tailwind. Well, should we? Should we Tailwind? We can go Rain Dance and get Fire lowered, and I can Sucker Punch into that Fluttermane, which may be the best choice. So we'll do that. We'll Rain Dance, Sucker Punch into Fluttermane. They're gonna Terra. Most likely for Chi-Yu. It is for Chi-Yu, and it's going to be Fire. Okay? So that's going to be the main attacker there. Most likely Scarfed? We'll see. Sucker Punch goes into the Fluttermane, which will knock it out. So we guessed that one correct. Rain Dance will now kick off to lower down Chi-Yu's attacks. Because now Fire is, I think, halved. And here comes the Heat Wave. Shouldn't do a lot. Ooh, half the Tornadus, or a little more than half, and it will knock Qianpao down to its sash. Totally fine for me. I'm okay with this outcome. And I'm only saying that I'm okay with it because I have to be. All right, so Indity comes out, which is going to bring out Psychic Surge, and it most likely will have Psychic Seed. Pop your seed. Does not pop the seed, so it has something else. But the thing is that it now prevents all priority attacks, so no more things. So we're going to go ahead and pop Tailwind, and then I'm going to Ice Spinner into Indity to remove the psychic field. Even though right now, Follow Me will kick off. That's cool. Right now, the field affects my Pokemon too, except for Tornadus. Tornadus is going to go ahead and use Tailwind though, so that we get the double speed. And Ice Spinner now comes in and knocks out. Well, probably not knock out. Gets about half of Indity. And Qianpao will not get knocked out because of Rocky Helmet. Good call on the Rocky Helmet. Now, Qianpao, or sorry, Chi-Yu is going to knock out Tornadus. So out of this outcome, this is what we have. We've got Urshifu and we've got Fluttermane. Both Pokemon are not going to do a whole lot of damage to either one of these types, but Chi-Yu could be knocked out by Urshifu. But we do have, well, is Follow Me priority? Would Follow Me ignore priority? I mean, we can give it a try. We're going to Terra Water Surging Strikes into Chi-Yu. And we're going to go ahead and just Dazzle Gleam. Actually, Moonblast. Moonblast might be the best thing to do, and we'll do that against the Indity. Okay, they withdrew Chi-Yu, so their next Pokemon that's going to come out is going to get hit really, really hard, which is Landorus. That sucks, but it's shiny. Ooh, that's dope. That's dope. It's going to suck, though. Because I can technically hit Landorus because it is flying, so it's not touching that field. But I wasn't going to do that anyway. But here comes the Moonblast Indity. It's going to knock it out. It did not use Follow Me, so it's interesting. Probably doesn't matter at this point. Surgeon Strikes, which is going to go straight into that Landorus slot. In the rain. Oh! One hit KO. Let's go. Oh, that sucks. Oh, my man. I am so sorry. Bring out your last Pokemon, Monsieur Chi-Yu. Come on. Bring him out. He wants to say hi. And we could fight this out, or you can give up. I think it's probably better if you gave up, but we'll see. It's raining outside. It's gonna be really, really hard. Yeah, it's raining outside. We've got two more turns of tailwind. We're good. Searching Strikes will go into Chi-Yu, and I think we're locked into Moonblast. Yeah, we're locked into Moonblast. Moonblast into Chi-Yu. It's going to take it to half, probably around 40%. And here comes Searching Strikes, right into that fire type Pokemon. One hit KO. That's such a crit. That's so that hits so hard. That hits so hard. One hit KO, and our opponent goes down. 2-3 record. Let's go. Let's go. Ladies and gentlemen, that is going to be the video for today. We end our record at 55 battles, 24 and 31. It's not the best record, but I always say that every time that I record, but you know, we're doing pretty good. So in the scheme of things, 24 and 31 puts us at a 44% win-loss ratio. So we're going there, and we're also staying pretty even. So far, our average between season 1 to season 8 is about 55.5%. So that's very, very good. Out of 362 fights, though, we've won 168 and lost 194. I would love that to be a little bit more of a higher number, but don't mind me. I'm a little bit more of a math nerd when I come up with stuff like this, and it really, really helps me learn a little bit more on the way out. So that's cool. If you guys aren't into that, you just want to see the fights and all that, then that's totally fine. But for me, I love doing the math behind everything just to make sure that I'm doing anything correctly. But still, we did really, really well. We went 3-2, and that last fight didn't look like it was going to go in our favor, but it did. Thank you for sending out Therian Landorus to the chopping block to get the one-hit KO with Terra Water with Mystic Water in the rain. Just get out of here. That's just, wow. That was fantastic. But I almost had match 4. I almost had that match. If Garchomp didn't click Earthquake, I shouldn't say Garchomp because I'm the one that did it. I thought that we would obviously faint. I had no idea. Icy Wind should have hit, but it didn't. And because it didn't, I knocked out my own Pokemon again. So mad. But that's okay. Garchomp does Garchomp things, and that's how we come out ahead a lot of the time. So there's that. But ladies and gentlemen, again, that's going to be the end of the video. Like it if you like it, dislike it if you didn't. Leave a comment down below. I do reply and see all comments that you guys leave. And if I'm not at literally on the floor, I do reply to all of them right away. If not, you'll just have to wait till I'm on break or something. Subscribe to the channel if you are new, or if you are someone that comes back every once in a while. I'm trying to hit the 400 subs at the end of the month, and I believe that we can do it, and I can do that with your guys' help. You can hit the bell if you'd like. I do release Pokemon videos 6 days a week now, so you guys will see a lot more fights from me during the month of July. We might switch it back up to maybe 5 days depending on how everything goes with how July goes, but August, we're just kind of still testing things out. And at the end of the year, I'd like to try to hit 1,000 subscribers on this channel. And again, I'll be able to hit that number thanks to your guys' help. So anything that you're willing to do, I appreciate it all the more. And this question that I have that I asked you at the beginning: would you put extreme speed on Regieleki? Again, the EV spreads, or the stat spreads between both attacks, is literally 100. You can set Regieleki to either be a physical attacker or a special attacker. I have mine special, but you can literally do both. And having extreme speed on the team that isn't Dragonite is pretty interesting. And it would be really, really awesome to see how people would do in closed team sheet of having a Terra Normal extreme speed choice banded Regieleki just to kind of be on the same tier as everyone else. Again, he's not as strong as Dragonite, will not be able to withstand as many moves as Dragonite, but it's pretty powerful nonetheless if people are not expecting a 299 max attack Regieleki with choice band hitting you terra normal with extreme speed. So I'm just throwing that out there. I think it'd be kind of funny. Let me know down in the comments down below what you guys think. But that's it. Have a great day. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Happy Friday, by the way. The week is pretty much over. Get through the work week, nail it, get it done, be able to relax this weekend. And if you do work this weekend, I hope that it's overtime for you, because if you're working on the weekend, I hope it's not retail. But if it is, do your best, knock it out. And that's all that I've got. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace.